Wonderful. So day one of the Healing Art Retreat. So if you're here to feel more energized, if you're here for community, if you're here for connection, if you're here to be creative, if you're here for healing, to learn new techniques for self-discovery, to feel content, to gain control over your emotions, for mental clarity, then you are in the right space. Because that is why I create these retreats, so that we can come together and do art for self-care. All right. All right, just reading some of these comments. They're coming in so fast. But I see healing and self-care, most definitely. It's so, so important. And it's not something you just do one time. It's something that you nurture, right? It's something that you grow, because art is a visual language. So I just have a couple rules before we begin. One is there is no judgment here, okay? So whatever you create tonight, please do not judge yourself, okay? There's no good or bad here. This is all about self-expression and to support each other in community, okay? So this is why I created that Facebook group. I hope that you all have joined us there, because this is where you're going to be posting your art, and then you get to see others' self-expression, and then we get to communicate with each other there, and really nurture each other in that space, okay? So if you haven't joined us there, please do that, all right? I've been getting a lot of questions about, is there a replay? If you can't make it for the 3-day retreat, yes, there's going to be replays. I have a YouTube channel. You can look up my name, Leah Guzman. You can go ahead and subscribe to it. That's where the 3-day retreat is going to be placed. We're also going to be sending it out in an email. So if you miss one day, make sure that you go back and do that day, okay? So you don't want to skip from day 1 to day 3. You definitely want to do day 1, 2, and 3, because each day builds upon itself. And then for our VIPs, which we have hundreds of VIPs that signed up, super stoked about that. For those of you that are in the VIP, you are going to get day 4 and day 5 for those replays, but you're also going to be joining us in community and in making art, okay? So a part of that, I did want to let you know that we're going to have materials. A lot of questions about what materials to use, okay? So for this retreat, we are going to be using an art journal. So this is one of my favorite art journals. I actually was sending them out in the VIP. Some people are asking, is it too late to do the VIP? It's not too late. You're welcome to sign up, because the VIP is really the day 4 and day 5, and then you get to get my favorite art journal, okay? It holds materials really well, like the painting and marker. But what I wanted to show you is that for the next 3 days, if you're doing just the 3-day free retreat, we're going to be using markers, oil. You could use oil crayons, any kind of drawing materials, okay? And again, I said for the rules, you don't have to just follow this. You can, if you're using an iPad and you're a digital artist and you want to use that, do that, okay? You use what's comfortable for you. I've even had people use collage and these retreat. I give directives and they do their own self-expression, and that's totally fine, okay? You're welcome to do you. But it is, we are going to be doing for the 3 days of drawing materials, and then for the 4 and day 5, we're going to be painting our emotions, okay? So bring those acrylic paints. If you want to use watercolor, you can use watercolor, okay? But we're going to move into that for day 4 and day 5 in our journals. All right, and if you haven't received your journal, and if you're a VIP, don't worry, it's on its way. They're coming to you, okay? So one of my favorite things that I love to do when I do these retreats is I love to give prizes, okay? So if you are a person that's really into prizes, tonight's prize, this is, all you have to do is participate, meaning that you make the art and you post it in the group and you comment on 3 of your participants, other members here. You post on it, all you have to do is do that. And I'm gonna pick somebody, and you're gonna win this really cute Creative Soul mug, okay? So I'll pick someone for tomorrow. So every day you're gonna be able to have an opportunity to win a prize. So this is for tonight's prize. So for the Creative Soul Society, we have lots of swag, and tonight's prize given out is the mug. Is there a link to the Facebook group? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put that up so that you can join us there. You don't want to miss out and seeing everyone's art. That's the fun part too, is seeing the insights that are going to come out tonight with what you're going to learn about yourself. Okay, so we already know our materials. If you don't have them, go get them. And we will be sending out recordings the next day, so you'll be able to get a recording. All right, would you all like for me to pull a card from my Oracle deck, The Art of Healing and Manifesting? You guys up for that? We'll see what a community card. Carolyn says yes, I got 2 thumbs up. And if you can put your cameras on, that makes it more fun for me. This is why I like to do these, because I could see everyone's beautiful faces, and I put on the gallery view and then it's like beautiful faces. So that would be awesome. Okay, so hey Jacqueline. So this is my Oracle deck. I have my artwork on one side, and then we have messages from the universe on the other side. Chloe said she missed the materials. No big deal. Just get an art journal. If you don't have one, just grab some paper, colored pencils, markers, any kind of drawing material for tonight. That's what you need. Okay. I'm picking a card. Ooh, we got the elephant card. So the elephant card is related to structure. It's actually related to the root chakra. Can everyone see that? Okay, so the root chakra is it's below your navel, and it is all about having your basic needs met. When you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel nurtured, you're going to have a balanced root chakra. Okay, and the color that the color frequency of the root chakra is the color red. And structure, it says, to live the life you desire, it's important to create structure in your day. Build routines that prioritize your big dream. Be consistent. By including a self-care morning routine, you will design the framework for a successful day. I love this because there's a message here for all of us about, we all came to this retreat because we wanted to experience something, right? And part of this card is that you don't just do something one time. Okay, so that's why I'm doing 5 days of this retreat, so that you can get into that creative flow, right? It's like almost like going to the gym and just working out one time. You're not going to get the benefit if you just do it one time. You want to do this on a consistent basis so that you gain your visual vocabulary. We're going to talk about that more about that on day 4, about how to connect with your emotions and create art about it, right? So this is part of that routine that you showed up here and started creating a structure so that it's fun for you to do this on a regular basis. Okay, awesome. Lisa says she needs some root chakra work. Yes, because if it gets in balance, you know what emotion that goes with that when it's in balance? Anxiety. Yeah. So we definitely want to balance our root chakra, and making art about it is one of those ways. And we have lots of art techniques in the Creative Soul Society membership. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share some slides with you. If you have any questions that come up, please post it in the chat. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, so everyone sees the day 1 journey to self-discovery? Yes? Okay, this is the picture. I've already posted it in the group. That this is where you're going to put your art tonight. Okay, don't just post anywhere in that Facebook group, because what happens is we can't see it. We have over 538 people here, and if everyone posts it and all in that group, we're not going to see it. But if you post it real nice and clean in this slide right here, we're going to be able to see your art and we can post on it. Okay, so just be aware of that, and the picture's already in there, so you're set with that. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit who I am and what I'm about, so that you're like, why am I here? Who is this person? So that you have a little feel for me. And if I've known you for a while, I'm so happy that you're here with me and you decided to join us tonight. So my name is Leah Guzman again. I've been practicing art therapy for over 20 years. I graduated with my master's in art therapy from Florida State University. And I've been practicing in the school systems. I practice online with women. We're dealing with anxiety, depression, PTSD, many of those kind of issues, and helping them just live their best life. And I've had some opportunities to be featured in magazines and podcasts, and I like to write books. So by showing up online, it's really given me this opportunity to reach a lot more people. Like tonight, how amazing. There's like such a wonderful group of individuals here that I get to support you in your own self-discovery journey. And I'm a published author. I actually have written 4 books now. One is a children's book that's not listed here, but I've written the Essential Art Therapy Exercises book, the Art of Healing and Manifesting book, Anxiety Relief Activity book, and then Rad is Smat is a children's book. And really cool, the Essential Art Therapy Exercises book has been translated into 6 languages. So that's really cool to see my name in different languages. All right, and then I'm also the founder of the Creative Soul Society. Now I'm so passionate about this group. It'll be 4 years this August that I started this group. And I actually started it from a place of where I needed self-care. When my kids were little, I went through pretty major burnout and I had lots of anxiety and depression. And I just wasn't practicing self-care. I wasn't nurturing my art, and I was saying yes to everybody else. I was a big people pleaser. And I couldn't figure out how to get happy. So I had to get back to my roots and started making art again because I've been an artist all my life. And I realized that if I could just practice this on a daily basis or on a consistent basis, at least on a weekly basis, that I can make some major shifts in my life. So at that time, I did get support from an art therapist. And my dreams started coming together, especially with putting myself online and founding this membership where I'm able to support other people, where we invite other artists and art therapists to share their techniques and skills. So I do invite you, part of the VIP, you do get to trial for 30 days, and it's really, really awesome. Okay, so what we're gonna learn today is art journaling. We're gonna discover some unconscious blocks through art journaling, okay? So we're gonna be doing a creative visualization where I'm gonna take you on a journey, and we get to have actually 4 different drawing prompts where I'm gonna give you a directive and then you're gonna draw it out on your journal page, okay? And like I said, there's no right or wrong here. I'm gonna give you at least 5 minutes to use your problem solving skills, to have fun, be creative, and see what comes up, okay? Oh, let me go back 1 second. Okay, so, and then we're gonna have time to share, okay? At the end, obviously, we're not gonna have everybody. Oh my goodness, we have 554 people here. We wouldn't have time for everybody. This is why we have the Facebook group, so that we could post our art there. But I will pick a few people, you brave souls, that would like to share their insights and what has come up for you, because you're gonna learn something about yourself today, okay? So lots of fun. Are we ready? Do you guys wanna get started? Yes, give me a thumbs up. Okay, good, yay. Beautiful. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And this is actually called the Dawn Jones assessment. It's a really great technique that I like to use. So if you don't have an art journal, you can just fold a paper in half and it actually makes it look like a book, right? And you can number, like here's a piece of paper in front of me. I don't know if you can see me or not, but if I fold it in half, it now looks like a book. And then you wanna number 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Because we're gonna do 4 different drawings this evening. And as you're numbering, I'm gonna just check the chat and see if any other questions had popped up. Oh, I'm an art teacher, wonderful. If we have to go and watch the replay, do you still want us to post your art? Yes, most definitely. That's the fun part of doing this, is get to see everyone's interpretation. And yes, I do live in Florida. Oh, right. And Carolyn is interested in the children's book. I wish to publish there myself. Yeah, most definitely. I actually, in the Creative Soul Society membership, I have a how to write, publish, and market your book. So if you're a member there, I can give you the link to watch that. Okay. What's the name of my children's book? It's called Rad is Mad, a little monster truck who likes to go crashing into other monster trucks. And he has to learn how to deal with his sad and mad feelings. All right, we're ready. Let's get started. So I want everyone to go ahead and put your feet on the ground. And we're gonna go ahead and get relaxed. If you feel comfortable, you are welcome to close your eyes as I give you the directives. Mary asks, is this all on the same page? No, we're using 4 different pages, and yes, you can draw in Photoshop. Just do 4 different pages. Okay. All right. I'm gonna close this so I can close my eyes to actually get into the creative visualization. All right, so go ahead and shrug your shoulders. You can go move your neck from left to right. We are relaxing. And it's a day off for you, okay? You don't have any obligations on this journey that we're about ready to partake in. So on this journey that you're about ready to go on, you have the day off and you're really excited about it. You go ahead and you can pack yourself a little bag, a little picnic if you'd like. And there's this really beautiful field of flowers that you've been driving by and you've been wanting to check it out. Just to walk through the flowers, it seems really peaceful and nice. So you start on your journey and you're walking through this really beautiful field of flowers. And it has a tree-lined forest and a gate that separates the field from the forest. And as you're looking at the beautiful trees in the forest, you notice that the gate has an opening, or the fence has an opening, which is the gate that is open, and it actually opens up to a path. So you walk over and you see that this is a well-worn path that many people have gone down it. So you're like, you know what, maybe I'll just check out this path and see what's on it. So you're walking through the forest and it is a beautiful day. The birds are chirping, the sun is shining, the weather's just right. And you start to hear some water, like it's like a river or something's flowing. So you're walking down the path and you actually see that there is a river. And as you're getting closer to it, you see it's a raging river. And you see that the path continues on the other side of the river. So what I want you to do is you're going to open up your eyes, and then on page 1, you're going to draw out how you get to the other side of the river. So I'm going to give you the directions. They're actually here on my screen. And it says, cross the river, draw out how you cross the river. That's what I want you to do. That's for number 1. And I'm going to put some music on so that you can listen to some music. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes. There's no right or wrong here. Be creative. So whatever you see, however you problem solve, just go ahead and draw that out. You can sketch it out, color it in. You could put yourself in the drawing. And if you're getting here a little late, or if, something doesn't feel good, you're welcome to watch this replay. Yeah, we need to get to the other side. So you need to cross the river in some way, however you like to do it. So we were walking through our path, and we got to a river, and now we're just drawing out how we got to the other side. I love that everyone has a different way of going about a challenge. You can do whatever you wish. There's no right or wrong here. So the music is Theta Waves binaural beats meditation music for deep healing. Yeah, I really like frequency music. Yeah, the replays will be on my YouTube channel, Leah Guzman, or you'll receive an email tomorrow. All right, the last minute here, we'll put in whatever details that you like in this one. And I do ask all of you to join live each day because you're going to get most out of the live experience to be in this energy, right? So, wow, we got 600 people here. It's amazing. Oh, Cassandra couldn't hear me. Okay, I'm going to turn the music down so you can hear me. Thank you, Cassandra. Yeah, so put your last little dot. If you want to come back to it, you can come back to it. But I do want to go to the next drawing, okay? And I want to say congratulations. You made it past the river. How amazing is that? You did it. However that you got over, you got over. And I see everyone continuing to draw, which is amazing. You're getting into it. But we're going to continue on our journey, okay? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask you to just go ahead and close your eyes again. I like to close my eyes because I'm a visual person and I actually see it. But I know that everyone isn't that way. But if you are a visual person, it's more fun to close your eyes. And we're going to continue on the journey. We made it to the other side of the river, okay? And we are continuing on this path and we see this mountain ahead of us. It's not a huge mountain. It's actually a small one. Maybe it's a giant hill. But it's exciting. You can actually see the top of it and you're like, I want to go on this. I'm excited to check out what's up on the top, right? So you start on this journey of going through the trail, and the trail is like a switchback trail. So it goes to the right and it goes to the left and it goes to the right and it goes to the left. And you can see like you can get it to the top today. You're looking forward to it. But as you're going up on this trail, this wild animal jumps up in front of you, right in the path, and you have to get past it. So I'm going to ask you, what do you do to get past this wild animal? Okay, so this is drawing 2, and you're going to go ahead and on page 2, do a drawing of that animal and then what you do to get past it. And I'm going to go ahead and put some music on. I'll be quiet. And I'm going to give you like 5-6 minutes to go ahead and work. Oh, and then I went ahead and put the slide up for the directions. I did say draw the animal. You're going to draw the animal and then how you got past the animal. That's the direction. Chrissy asks, does it have to be a real animal or something that comes from your mind? So this is your creativity. There's no right or wrong here, okay? Even how you respond, there's not a right or wrong. We're not making any judgments. It's whatever you would like. So how do you get to the past this wild animal? Okay, no judgment. If you're catching yourself judging your drawing, just let it go, okay? This is about being expressive, having fun. We're all going to go about this a different way. All right. I'm gonna get one more minute to keep drawing, add some details, maybe some color. Some people want to scare it, yell loudly. Some people want to hide. Some people want to befriend it. Some people fed it. Okay, beautiful. Oh, some people wanted to shoot it. Lots of different responses here, right? We all have different ways about the way we go about things. All right. Now, are we ready to keep going? We made it past the wild animal? Yeah? Okay. I love it. The comments keep coming in. All right, we're going to continue on the journey. I'm so proud of you for making it past this wild animal. All right, so what we're going to do next is close your eyes and we're going to go ahead and envision that path, right? That switchback path. And it goes to the right, it goes to the left, and we continue walking up to the top of this big hill. And the weather seems to be changing. It's getting really hot and muggy. You know, like that hot and muggy right before it's about ready to rain. And you're not to the top yet, but you're getting close. And you look up in the sky, and all of a sudden, this rain cloud, a huge rain cloud appears, and you hear thunder, and then it starts to lightning. And it just starts pouring on top of you, like pouring so hard that it's hailing on top of you. And you start running. You're like, I need to get to the top of this mountain now. So you're running to this top of the mountain. And then you get there and you're looking for shelter. And you see on the top of the mountain, there's actually a cave. So you're running towards the cave, but standing in front of the cave, guarding it, are two scary monsters. Okay, so you need to get into the cave. So what we're going to do for drawing number 3 is to draw out these scary creatures. What do you do to get past them to get that shelter that you need? So again, I'm going to put some music on. I'm going to give you like 5 minutes. So Joanne's gonna sit outside in the rain. She's not even gonna try. The creatures can be whatever you want them to be. So the directions are actually on the screen. You're going to draw out how you get past the scary creatures to get into the cave. But the weather's really bad, like lightning. You need to get inside. So what do you do to get inside? A lot of people staying in the rain. However you want to interpret this, you're welcome to use any materials that you'd like. I'm just going to track the time. Okay, we're gonna work for 1 more minute. You can add some color, some expression. And remember, even when we get off tonight, you can continue working on this. I just want to be, respect your time. All right, the last little details that you want to add for this moment. Okay, if you have a question, you're welcome to put it in the chat. All right, we've made it this far. How amazing. I want to say congratulations again. You made it past those scary monsters, those creatures, and you are now inside the cave and you are safe. You did it. And you're exhausted. It's been a long journey. And it's actually like dark and cozy inside the cave. Okay, so just imagine yourself inside this cave and it's raining outside and it's actually really peaceful. And you decide to just relax. So you go ahead and say, you know what, I'm gonna just take a nap while I'm here. So you go ahead and sit on the ground and then you put your body over and you put your hands up to your head so that you can make a little pillow, and you close your eyes. You're gonna take a little nap. And as you're dozing off, you hear something. And then when you open your eyes, you see that you're not alone in the cave. I want you to draw what you see that's in the cave with you. So again, we're going to spend a few more minutes here, and then we'll get to the fun sharing part. And I'll tell you what all this means. That's even the more fun part. I'm so curious if there anyone here that's done this with me before. I want to see that in the chat if you've been here before. I'll put some music on. Leslie. Okay. Okay. So for those who've been here before, I'm so curious if your drawings have changed. So we'll get to see about that. I want you to reflect on that too. Amy's woke up to a tribe. Sandy says her drawings are totally different. Yes. Aww. I love that Corey saw her future husband. Aww. All right. We need one more minute with the final details. And again, you can always come back to it and draw more. This is just getting you started, right? You can add more colors, more lines, more emotions to it. All right. So I'm going to take a moment now and I'm going to share with you the meaning behind these drawings to give you some insight about what you created. Okay, so I just want to let you know that whatever you responded or however you reacted, there's no right or wrong. Okay, however you responded is it's just the way that you go about, problem solving or facing challenges. And if it doesn't feel right for you, the way that you responded, it doesn't feel good, you have an opportunity to choose a different way. Okay? So this is this opportunity to gain some insight, because tomorrow we're going to continue building on this, okay? About seeing things in different lights. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you some insights, okay? So each one of these drawings actually had some meaning behind it. Now the first one, actually this slide, I guess maybe I should stop my share for a second. So the first slide, because this goes to the two. The first slide actually, or the first drawing, was about going over the bridge, right? So you had to think of a way to get over. So what this symbolizes is, do you like to do things when a challenge occurs, when a problem needs to be solved? Do you naturally just try to do it all by yourself? Did you go ahead and roll up your jeans and go straight in that river and get to the other side? That's what I did. The first time I ever did this drawing, I did that. And my natural instinct is try to figure out on my own. And let me tell you, that's not always the best thing, to try to do everything by yourself, okay? But it is kind of my natural inclination. But if you were someone that built a bridge, got some stones, or to walk around, if you did anything, maybe you flew across, right? Used your imagination, you got some wings. That symbolizes that you like to get help from other people. That's support. Actually, I think the wings would be on your own, because that's just kind of like using your legs. So I think the wings would be on your own. But if you were to get like a log and put it in the water, that represents getting support from something, okay? So just kind of reflect on yourself. Like I said, there's no right or wrong, but maybe when you go about things now, like learning that about myself, I do try to get support. Like if I don't understand something, I'm like, let me ask questions, or let me find the person that's going to help me, okay? So let's just be open-minded here and just say, that's interesting. Do I do that? And if you're not quite sure, think about what happens this next week. A challenge is going to happen, and how do you respond? Someone wrote a boat. Yes, a boat is getting support. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, because the next two drawings, one of them was about the animal coming in front of you, right? That's when other people have their needs and they need you. They need your help, right? So this animal came up, how do you respond? So this could represent, maybe you had a boss that needed things and they came up to you, or maybe it's a partner, a husband, or someone that needed things. How do you respond when they need things, right? And then the next one in the cave is, how do you interact with other people when you need to get your needs met? So I'm going to share the screen and we're going to reflect on that, okay? So the first one, we talked about the wild animal jumping in front of our path, is looking at these different ways. We could be assertive, we could be passive, we could be aggressive, we could be passive aggressive, okay? So assertive is that you actually interacted with that animal. Did you speak to it? Did you sing to it? Did you give it some food? That means that you are able to communicate your needs, right? That's really great, right? And sometimes we have to learn those skills. Or maybe we were passive. Did we run away? Did we hide behind something? Did we freeze up? So a lot of times we might have some trauma responses. Something might have happened to us when we were younger and we didn't know effective ways to communicate. And so that fight or flight, right, might show up for us. So this is freezing, so not confronting the situation. So this reflects back to even the cave. If you were to go into the cave and you were avoiding going into that cave, you might have been passive because you didn't want to deal with those scary creatures, right? Okay, and then aggressive, this is that you wanted to shoot it, hit it, hurt it, right? Or maybe we yell, call someone names, right? And then the next one is passive aggressive. And this wasn't really interesting. The first time I did this, I actually was passive aggressive. I wanted to scare it with a stick. I didn't actually hurt it, but I did want to scare it. And this means that that you would say yes to things, but you really wanted to say no. So like if you were a people pleaser, or sometimes like the psychological way is saying fawning. If you are like a person that tries to, make other people happy, but not really looking at your own needs, then that would be more passive aggressive. Okay. So just for yourself, like for your own insights, go ahead and write down for those two drawings, one when the animal came to you, and then one when you had to go to that scary creature, which way did you respond? Okay. And you might not realize your actions right now. Okay. A lot of these times, these behaviors, we're doing this because we want to gain insight, because we need to learn what triggers us in our day, right? And if something triggers us, are we being aggressive? Are we being passive? And we're going to learn some techniques of how to deal with that in the next 2 days, right? But first we need to be aware of it. So this exercise right here is having you become aware of your responses, okay? I know there's a lot of questions in the chat, and I'm going to get to those in just a second. The next one, that last drawing, this is the emotional needs. This is actually more of like a Jungian approach of art, but it's looking at, what was there with you, okay? And we might need to be nurtured in some way. We might have put a fuzzy bunny, and maybe like emotionally we want to feel nurtured or secure, or maybe we're missing someone. Maybe that's what we put there. So it's kind of like an unconscious desire that we might have, or maybe there's fear. Maybe we are holding a lot of fear in our life, and that showed up in that cave. Okay, so go ahead, and I want you to take time, even when we get off tonight, is to write this out, okay? So that you can know for yourself what's coming up, right? Okay, so we got a lot of comments in the cave. Zoom user, please do not judge. There's no judgment here. I want to read these all, but I know there's a lot here. But this is exactly why we have that Facebook group where you're going to be able to post and share, okay? And I really do want to see it. And I do want to see people who do want to share here. I'm going to pick a couple people to share. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and share just a little bit more about the VIP, because I was talking to you about how we're going to learn those skills of when we are triggered, right? Being aware of when we're triggered, and then also how do we deal with those emotions, right? So this is why I made it a 5-day, so that you can get those 2 extra days. And we're going to dive deeper into the emotional. We're actually going to learn about the emotional guidance scale tomorrow and make art, but we're actually going to be using paint in the 2 extra VIP days. Tomorrow we're going to be drawing. Okay, so a part of the VIP is you get the art journal, which is really awesome. I showed you mine earlier, but you get your own of my favorite art journal, which has awesome pages. And then you get that 30-day trial of the Creative Soul Society, which you can cancel at any time if it doesn't feel like a fit. But it's really powerful work. And I just want to tell you, actually this Saturday, we have an amazing art therapist. She's a doctorate in art therapy, and she is going to be leading a grief group. So for those of you who have experienced grief, which we all have, we're not immune to it. Her name is Dr. Hedlund. She's going to be doing a grief group, guiding us in art making to embody and release grief. Okay, so part of the VIP, you get to experience that as well, and you get access to replays. So I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity, because this package, it doesn't come out just like regularly. It's only when I do these special retreats. For the day 4, we're going to talk about personal symbols and making art with paint for that, so that we can change some of these behaviors and patterns that might be showing up in our life that are getting us stuck. And then day 5, we're going to be doing emotional landscapes. I'm going to be showing you how to create a painting related to our emotions. Okay. And this is my favorite art journal. It's called Reflections. So I've been sending those out. Hopefully you all have received them who have joined us. And again, this is our Creative Soul Society. So a part of this, if you don't know, if you haven't checked out the back end, I know we have a lot of VIPs here, over 200. And part of this Creative Soul Society membership is that you get the back end of the site, right? So that means you can go in there, there's different paths that you could take. So like maybe you want to learn how to manifest. There's a whole manifesting path that you could just do the videos related to that. Maybe you want to regulate your nervous system. There's a whole path that you can do around that. We have one about trauma healing and one about self-worth. So these are really powerful guides that I've had like amazing art therapists and amazing artists that teach us a lot of inner child healing, a lot of different art techniques that you can learn. Okay, so I don't want you to miss out. And you also have access to these all 5 days, especially in the VIP. Okay, so I just want to let you know before, I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity, and I'll show this link again. It's just the VIP. So I do want to hear from you. So if someone wants to be brave and share, and if you had some kind of insights. Oh, Lisa. Lisa is a brave soul. I know Lisa. I'm going to ask you to unmute, Lisa, and then I'm going to stop my share screen. And I'm going to, as soon as you're unmuted, I think I'll be able to, someone asked, Sarah asked, what's the cost for the VIP first 30 days? Yeah, but it's a trial period. So for $33, you're going to get a journal, you get the 2 extra days, and you get the free trial. But it's $33 a month. It's like going to a gym. I like to say it's like a gym membership for your mental well-being. But as you practice this, like we talked about our self-care, creating a structure in your life to work on your self-care, this is it, right? So you get to join in community, you get to make art, you get to learn new things, and it's practicing so that you can have that transformation, so you can feel good. This is how I let go of my anxiety. This is how I let go of being overwhelmed, because I practice what I preach, right? Lisa, have you been able to unmute yourself, or you're not able to?
Yes.
Oh, you are?
Can you hear me? Yep, I'm unmuted.
Oh, beautiful. I just don't see you. There you are. I want to add a spotlight so I could. Yay! It's so good to see your beautiful face.
How are you?
Good. Thank you for
Oh,
being here tonight. How amazing.
I'm very excited to be a part of one of your activities.
Yeah. So what came up for you? Would you mind sharing?
Not at all. Um, I am passive. I guess there was a bridge.
Okay.
There
Nice.
is a bridge, there's a little arbor for me to walk through, everything's on, and there's an option for rocks.
Oh, we got lots of options.
So yeah,
You're
I
like,
got a
I'm
lot of,
getting over to the other side. I get lots of
yeah, it's
help.
no big deal. It's no big deal. Chill.
You
I
got
can
it.
do this. And then, some animal came out, and it's never anything big. And I just figured, yeah, go ahead, take the food. I've got places to be.
Okay, but
So
you didn't interact with it. So you left it food, but you didn't talk to it or anything.
no, I don't know. I didn't really do that. I was just kind of like, well, you must be hungry here.
Okay. But you didn't feel threatened when it came to you.
No,
Okay. Okay.
no, like your
So
little
let's
growly
like
thing.
for other people like consider that too. Did you feel threatened? She didn't feel threatened. She was relaxed, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe a little startled initially, but I'm like, oh, you're a little growly thing here. Take the food. I'm on my way. I have stuff to do.
Yeah.
And then when you talked about, and the third one, the monsters,
Yeah.
I was about ready to give up. I'm like, oh, forget it. I'm not getting in there. So I decided to draw them as these little fuzzball monsters, soot monsters. So they're not as scary and they're probably kind of goofy, and I could throw a rock and distract them and
Mm-hmm.
then make my way in. So I had to come up with that or I would have frozen and not come up with any kind of picture because I would have been too scared.
Right, right. So you made it fun. And so that right there is like representing like one of your coping skills that you probably do joke or try to make things light so that you can deal with it. And you got
For
through it,
sure.
right?
For sure. And then, more fun. I'm in the cave sleeping, and a cat just walks onto my stomach, onto my chest. And you know how cats do that little pawing thing
Yeah,
to
like
try to
make
wake you up?
muffins.
Yeah. Or, paw you on your nose. Like, wake up. I'm hungry. And
Awesome.
it's like for months I've been missing my cats. So that's what I have in the cave. Nothing scary, a cat.
Okay. Oh, someone's saying biscuits. Someone's making biscuits. All right.
Biscuits. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, so the point of doing this is saying, hey, maybe the next time someone needs something from me, if, I did leave food, you did interact in a way, but like maybe it can be more assertive of saying, hey, what's that? Or being able to communicate more verbally so that it might be easier than kind of avoiding going around.
You know what it kind of feels like?
Mm,
It's more like I'm gonna get you situated, get you your stuff,
mhm.
whatever stuff you need. I'll help you get that because I have things to do and I have places to go. So you're not going to consume my time.
Yeah. Oh, that's really
That's
insightful.
it's like that's more the intention of it because yeah, I really wasn't scared. Um, you have when something jumps out at you, the initial shock of it, it's like oof. And then after while I was working on the drawing, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really scared. I just have stuff to do. So you take the food. I don't really need it. I'm good. I gotta go.
And then, does that come up in your life? Do you see that kind of relationship pattern happening?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes. It's usually, yeah, here is a solution. Take it if you want to, but I have stuff to do.
Yeah, I got to get out of here.
Today's not the day for me to sit and get all caught up in your drama.
Most definitely. Well, thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. It's good to see your beautiful face. It's been a little while.
Yes, it has. It's great to see you.
Thank you. Awesome. So we could do one more. I know it's been an hour and 5 minutes, but I think we'll have one more person just so that we can see it together. And then again, we're going to post in that Facebook group and comment on each other and your insights. I know there's a lot of comments, so I'll probably stay a little longer to answer some of those comments. Like I saw someone, the comments came up and it said, what does it mean if I was scared in the cave? Well, again, that's an emotional component. Where are you scared in your life, right? So it's taking just like a little deep dive, do some journaling. Am I scared somewhere in my life? Where is this coming up for me? Okay, we're gonna pick one other person. I know there's a lot of people here with their hand raised. Holly? Yeah, I'm gonna add a spotlight. Can you unmute yourself? Oh,
Okay.
hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So I'm curious, what came up for you?
Okay. So when I was crossing the river, I took a boat that was by the river.
Awesome. Do you see yourself getting support in life? Like that's easy for you?
Yeah.
Ask
Yeah.
for
I feel
help.
like I ask for help and I get support when I need it.
Oh, that's so
But
wonderful.
sometimes depending on what it is, I might put my head down and just muscle my way through. But I'm trying to learn.
Yeah, it's good to ask for support. I think it's something I had to learn to do. Wonderful. So what came up in the second part with your wild animal?
All right. So I don't know if you can see it very good, but it's a bear. The bear came into the path and I gave it my food.
Wow, there's a lot of people who are giving some food. That's very nice of you.
So yeah, and I was kind of a little scared of it, but I figured distraction, right? Food.
Most definitely. Okay, so initial response was scared, but you
Mhm.
you you did interact, so that's really important.
Right.
And
Nope.
how about the next one?
Um, all I thought about was the monsters from Bugs Bunny. You're probably too young for that, but there were scary monsters and he was doing their nails to distract them so he could
Oh,
get through the cave.
wow.
So
So this was like on a TV show, you on a cartoon, and you remember that.
yeah, that's what I thought about was the scary green monsters from Bugs Bunny.
Okay. And can you think of maybe someone in your life that comes to you, or you need to go to them to ask for things? Is there like any people? Could be a partner, could be bosses, could be, I don't know, family members that you have to get your needs met and they seem a little scary.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely have a couple. I had a family business, so we worked together. So yeah, I had a couple brothers that were really aggressive, and it was always like, I don't want to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So it's just kind of looking at that because patterns repeat themselves, right? Behaviors repeat themselves. So it's kind of looking at, we're always going to have to ask for our needs.
Right.
Like this next week, like reflecting on things that happen. Like, my initial response doesn't feel good, but how can I go about this a little differently? Okay?
Right.
So in the next few days, that's what we're going to explore is like different ways that we can problem solve, this way we can cope so that our initial response will come from that peaceful place. It'll be from a calm place, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then what was
Thank you.
inside the cave?
Ah, an angel.
Aww. And so is the angel significant of anyone? Or
Um, yeah, I feel like my mom always watches over me
Mhm.
and is always there. So, but that's who came to me.
Beautiful. I'm sure she is here with you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now, what is like number 4? If an angel came, what does that kind of signify? I kind of missed that in the.
Yeah, so we're looking at the emotional component of what's in the cave with you. So like if it's an angel, like what does that signify for you? Like what's the personal meaning? And maybe it's that you want to connect more with your mom, with her, it's her spirit. And maybe that's what I'm thinking, that's what came up for you. So it's looking at that emotional component. So if it was something scary, how does what's coming up in your life that feels scary, but for you it's like, well, my mom, I feel like her presence is here. Well, it's connecting with that.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Holly, for sharing with
Thank
us.
you. Thanks.
All right. So I want to thank everyone for showing up tonight. I know there's a ton of hands raised, but we would be here till, like 11 o'clock if we had everyone speak. This is why we meet in that Facebook group, so that we can share our art and then also be able to support each other in community so that we feel nurtured, that we feel seen, we feel heard. So I do invite you to post your art. If you just are a member, I'll go in and let you in. And I just want to let you know that you're still welcome to be a part of the VIP. I'm going to share the screen again so that, if you want to register for it, it's really awesome as far as practicing art for self-care. Like this is an opportunity to like do more self-discovery and practice techniques. Okay. So I'm going to put up that on the screen and then I'm going to answer your questions because I know that there's some questions that came up and I will do that for you now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on the screen and then I'm going to review the questions that you have. What was the third page meaning? That's the first thing that came up. So yeah, the third page, which is the same, was a little bit different than the second. So the second was that the animal came to you, meaning that maybe people in life come to you. Maybe it's a boss, maybe it's your husband or someone or a family member. They need things from you. So they come to you. How do you respond? What's your initial response? Are you aggressive with them? You yell at them? Do you hide from them? What's the feeling, right? For the third one, it's you need your needs met. Remember, it's raining, it's hailing, you got to get shelter. So what is your response? How are you dealing with it? Some people gave food, they interacted, they communicated, right? That's really assertive. Some people hid, right? Some people didn't even want to deal with the monsters and they stayed out in the rain. So that's pretty passive, right? So we're thinking, how did you communicate with these monsters to get your needs met? And who are those monsters in your life? You know, can you think of somebody? Okay, I'm just gonna scroll. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I do see that people are interested in one-on-one sessions. Yeah, actually, I am going to be diving deeper for those of you who are interested in art therapy and want to do online work, like deeper work. Like we do work together in a community, in our membership group. But if you want to do more deeper work where you're, you know, want to be able to reflect with someone and share their work with an art therapist, then I will be offering that. And you can go to my website, leahguzmanstudio.com, and you can check out how to schedule a consultation. Is the significance of our cave our support system? No, it's more about the emotional component. That's what we're looking at in the cave. And Jacqueline says she found herself in the first one having to do her own rescue. Yeah, you might do your own rescuing in life, right? Being able to do things on your own. All right, well, good. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it, Maria. I'm just looking for questions right now. So if there's any questions that I missed, I will answer them. All right, well, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow, right? We're going to dive deeper into ways that we respond and how we respond. So come back tomorrow with your art journal and your art supplies. And I can't wait to see all of you, all of your artwork in the Creative Soul Online Retreat Facebook group. And someone asked if I offer support coaching for existing therapists. Yeah, I do art therapy for existing therapists. I see psychologists, I see other art therapists, or I do coaching. If you want coaching, I also do that. I do more business coaching for people. Oh, younger self in the cave. Well, you definitely want to do some inner child healing. If you saw the younger self in the cave, we do have an inner child art therapist that's going to be presenting in July in the Creative Soul Society membership. We have some inner child healing work in there. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff, so much good information here. What if the living thing is the cave's own breath? I don't know that one. Will I be offering this workshop again? So I usually do my free online retreats every few months. So just to let you know. Oh, so Chrissy had a firefly. So what does that mean for her? Well, what is your association with the firefly? Is it a spirit animal? Do you like fireflies? Are they creepy? Or maybe you're like, oh, they're so beautiful, right? It's the emotional component. What's your feeling around the firefly? All right. Is it normal to have two total different reactions between the second and third? Yes. You might be passive when one person is asking for their needs met, and you might be really aggressive when you need to get your needs met. So that's totally could happen. It's just looking at your behaviors. And is there a charge to do the one-on-one art therapy with you? Yes, I do charge to do one-on-one therapy, so you can check out my website, leahguzmanstudio.com. Awesome, you're welcome, everyone. And oh my goodness, there's so many messages. Okay. Tiffany says, what does it mean when you have a drawing of a dead cat and fire? That would be really interesting. Yeah. What is that a feeling that goes with that for you? Same Zoom link tomorrow. Yeah. And no, I do not take insurance. Oh, in my journal, I actually decorated it myself, and I just used a bird image, and I used my own paint. So this is You would get one of these journals and then you can decorate it yourself. It comes plain black. And the meeting tomorrow is the same time. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for showing up. If I missed your question, you can also post again in the Facebook group, and I will reach you there. Just tag my name in it. All right, the same time tomorrow. Have a beautiful, beautiful night, and I look forward to seeing you. Bring your art materials. Bye.